Hi friends, welcome you back with our new program again, Pandemic Heroes. Today, we're going to see yet another hero. And this person, extremely very much special to me. Today, whatever I'm learning, I'm doing it through Zoom or webinar or whatever the digitally I'm doing it because of this person. I learned it from him. Not only me, a lot of members through this professional. He was teaching about how to do webinars, how to do a Zoom to create prospecting, marketing idea. He one of the top heroes. He done 6 times MDRT and 1 time COT, and he done a 2-time TOT on this journey of his professional. So we're going to see who's that hero, and we usually call him as a digital man of that professional. None other than our own friend, my brother, Panos, all the way from Greece. Now he is there in New York. Before I'm inviting him, just want to see his profile. Who's Panos? So we all know that Panos is the digitally, he was very much capable of doing it, and he was the innovator, and he able to bring a lot of marketing ideas, strategies, technologies. He'll be into that. And he has vast experience, more than 20 years into different insurance consultings and trainings he used to do it. And he's been certified from LUTCF, IRMA, BRMA, and many more. And that he's going to talk about certificate and all to when we interview him. Also, he holds that management of small and medium enterprise certification from Greece about sales, management, and self. And also, he is currently a president and CEO of IFAAcademy, International Financial Audit and Education Research Organization, which is global insurance market specialization. And also, he's training the members around the world, mainly on Canada, New York, Britain, Greece, and Cyprus and India. So we can able to. This is about the Panos, and we just going to invite him. Panos, one of the heroes who have done extremely great work on this pandemic, and he was being followed by so many people, and he was the icon of. Today we're going to listen to him. What was his success story, and how he was being turned into his particular professional, and what was our future. So he's the person from digitally. I'm happy to invite my brother, Panos.
Thank you, my brother and friend and MDRT star like Saktivel. Thank you so much for your kind words. Like you're exaggerating, but thank you so much for your kind words. And I'm ready to answer all your questions because it's great to be here with MDRT friends and persons that will be MDRT, because in this profession, everybody should be MDRT. Everybody.
Thank you, Panos, and you've been one of them. I think most of them got a benefit out of your ideas, your sharings, and I'm one of the members today. What I do it, I learned it from you, and you have long visions about making it to next level. So I want to listen a lot of things from you, and I also come to know about you're doing it going to be a one big conference. So I want to listen from you, and you can show what are new things going to be in our markers. And I mean, your example I hope that you're sitting in one of the nice rooms in New York. So this is going to be a future. So I'm adapting the systems like these mics, putting backgrounds and everything, make professionally. I also somewhere I'm sitting in India, but looks like that we have been so professional. We are doing it in the market. So thanks to you for bringing to the common public like us to know about the technologies and other things. So, Panos, let's go to the questions. And what motivated to come to this professional, Panos?
So I started in the profession very, very young. I was 21 years old, and I was studying that time at the Law University of Athens, and I was supposed to be a lawyer. Fortunately enough, I found my manager that he explained to me about this profession and the career opportunity, and I was so amazed because I understood that you can be in a profession, and now that I know even better, that you can help people, educate them about risks. That's very important because you can protect their lifestyle, their dreams, their finances, and also to make them understand about the magic of insurance, because the insurance tools, for me, and I know for everybody, it's the most clever invention of the humankind to protect the community, because it's like we are having a community and the one protects the other. So that was my first motivation. I discussed that with my parents. For 2 years, they were fighting me to get out of the profession. Fortunately, I was stubborn enough to remain in the profession and have a great career that I wouldn't change it for the world.
Perfect. So, you've been started so young, right? So, how many years you've been with the profession? How many years you're traveling now at present?
It's I started 1999, so I'm. Sorry. Tell me again.
You'll be traveling with the technologies and other things, right? So long you've already been done a lot of innovation kind of things, right? So.
Yeah, I'm on this journey of insurance 22 years, and I fell in love with technology very early, because I remember myself doing teleconferences with clients back to 2003. I was using Skype that time. That was the trend that time, not Zoom. It didn't exist, and also I was using another program called Uvu that I was doing my webinar. So I have like now around 19 years of experience using technology. After 2009, almost, I started using webinar systems, and now we are using cutting edge technology that we'll talk about them later.
Great. So everybody know about Panos, about traveling, and we know we met him a lot of in conference and other thing. So want to know about your family, how was your family, Panos, and what was the strength in your family, and what do you do regular habits to keep your energetic active always?
Yeah, sure. Family is the most important thing above all others, of course, and everybody knows that. And what I do to be motivated and confident, it's what I called the one most important things, because we are doing many things in our day, but the most important thing is my morning ritual, let's say my morning routine, that when I wake up, like the first thing I try to make, it's not possible every day, I try to be grateful for everything I have. So gratitude is the key. I try to remind myself my goals, because if I remember my goals, every challenge in this day is just a challenge, not a problem. So that's the one thing. And then I try a little bit to meditate or pray, whatever you want to say that. And then just a little bit of exercise just to keep the blood flowing, and then motivate myself, find the strength, make the affirmation, and start very powerful the day. And then the day will be the best if you start like very powerful like that. That's my morning routine.
Sometimes I see your post before COVID. You'll be into India, then suddenly you will be in Sri Lanka, then suddenly you'll be in Paris. I see sometimes we have James Bonds coming in insurance industry, right? So
technology, made the world so small. You can be everywhere, anywhere. And I would love to be back in physical traveling, because I were in India like 2019, 2 months in Asia, Australia, South Africa, whatever. But technology gives us like amazing advantage now.
Great. So my next questions will be, what is your success story in your profession? Can you share about your reaching TOT in the pandemic times? So normally into your pandemic, we all struggle, right? So you changed something different. What you done something different? Can you able to share it?
It wasn't something different for me, at least, because as I told you, I was using technology before the pandemic, and I was trying to convince people to use the technology before it becomes like necessary, because the pandemic made it necessary and accelerated the digital transformation. But I was trying to convince people to use technology before. So when the pandemic hit, I was very ready for that, to tell you the truth. And I used some ideas, and I can share with you one or two because there are too many, like prospecting with webinars. So when the pandemic started, I found the opportunity, I did that in the past also, but I found the opportunity, let's say, to make some webinars and attract parents, because I invited the speaker, a psychologist specialized in kids, to speak about how you can handle your children in the pandemic period. Every parent wanted to know that. So we sent this invitation to our clients. We told them, share this invitation with your friends. So we have them in a webinar. We had the best record we had is 1,700 parents in one webinar, and 500 of them were already our clients. The other 1,200 were friends of them or people that we found like in social media, in parents groups, forums, whatever. And then I came up the screen after the psychologist spoke. I pitched them the idea of my software and how this can help them. And I proposed them to have a 10 minutes Zoom or in person with me, Zoom in the lockdown period, to explain them how I can be helpful of them, how can I help them. And then I had the very small, very easy to complete form that they click on this, and I wanted to put their name, email, and phone number, and we will follow up. And many things in many webinars, we had like 200 new prospects, 300 new prospects, and then we follow up, and we made a lot of contracts through Zoom, like with one this way only. So if you can leverage technology this way, you can have records of production. So technology was the key for me, to make TOT. And another idea that I will share after, like in this pandemic.
Perfect. So totally, how many clients you're at present dealing with?
How many clients, what?
How many clients you've been dealing right now?
Do I have in my portfolio, you say?
Yeah.
It's like the whole portfolio, it's like more than like 1,000 clients now, I believe. But okay. I don't handle them myself. I have that's another model that I would like also to advise people to have. Like I have an assistant to the agent, as I say, that he's also making cross-selling, upselling service to my clients. I have a secretary that is handling with all the administration, so it leaves me time to do all the others that I need to do and penetrate to better markets.
Perfect. So thank you, Panos, for that. And you are well known as a digital man of insurance. What are the new things you learned? You can share about in the info.
Perfect. That's a great question for me, at least. So, there are so many things in technology that you can use: hardware, equipment, software, like strategy, new strategies, and all these innovative things like virtual reality. But let me share only three things very quickly. The one is that everybody's doing Zoom now. Even grandparents and grandmothers, they are doing Zoom with their children and grandchildren to see them because they cannot move or whatever. So we as advisors, we are doing Zooms to close clients and all this stuff. So let's make these Zooms more interactive. And there are some ideas that you can do that. So as I'm starting like a presentation with a client, I just put some music. So I say, hello, we are here with Sakivel, our brother from India. He's an MDRT member, the greatest one that I know so far, and whatever. And I can put this down and put this up. Or if he raises an objection that I don't like, I play with him and I do something like this. No, this is not a good objection, whatever. So they are having fun. It's interactive, it's different. And this, when people have fun and they have a good time, they are closing more, and then they speak about you to others. So I have this console and this overhead camera, and I will show you how I can change cameras also at the same time. I use this. When I press this button, you have this sound. I can go up and down with this music and raise the volume or lower the volume and speak at the same time, and have this like fun on that. If I take the camera again, this overhead camera, I can take this. I'm using this kind of stream deck in order to automate some things that I'm doing now. I'm using this console that it's not very expensive, but you have to know how to use it in order to have these 2 or 3 cameras set up. I'm using this other camera. You can see like the view of my window is 17th floor in the New York now. So you can do that kind of stuff and so many other ideas, but you get it what I'm saying. You can make it more fun, more engaging, and more different, because the differentiation is the key in this new era, this digital era. That's the one. The second that I told you already is that everybody should use webinar to add value to their existing portfolio and also prospect with webinars. And the last trend that I would like to share with our friends here is this. Everybody should have one of these. This is a virtual reality headset, and I will show you, as you mentioned in our conference, how you can use virtual reality. Because now, wearing this headset, you can be in a 3D environment, and now that you know Facebook is becoming Meta, and they are pushing the social media to the 3D world. So with this device, I can wear it, I can visit a world as an avatar, I can meet other people there as avatars. I did that like the last 2 days, and I met 2 executives of JP Morgan. It's a huge company here in the US, and we scheduled an appointment to discuss about their insurance needs. So you can invite millennials and Zoomers or tech-savvy clients to make a meeting inside VR, so they will think that you are an advisor ahead of your time, a high-tech advisor, and also you will brand yourself better, you will differentiate yourself, and except for making a meeting so much different than Zoom, then you can prospect through VR. So, like, make the Zooms as interesting as you can. Use webinars and try to learn how virtual reality, this new world works. That's 3 out of the 1,000 that we can discuss about that.
Wow. Panos, you're just showing some kind of technology in Hollywood movies kind of things you need to adapt in the system, sir. You are the New York, right? So, but that is the future, right? We need to adapt it. So one, we are already adapted, which is webinars and connecting with the members and we're sending survey questions and other things. But rest of the things, and I definitely will do one more program about the virtual reality when you are free. We'll do
Sure.
So now my next question is that as an insurance advisor like me, what are the digital marketing can you do for marketing? How to increase the productive and prospecting using the digital platform? So
okay. Except for the one idea that I already shared about webinars, the second thing that could help very much an advisor is like to have a great content strategy, digital content strategy. So the secret here is to try to create like content in the form of articles, in the form of small videos, in the form of podcasts, in the form of live Facebook, in the form of whatever other content you can make. But the secret here is this. Many advisors I see they are trying to make content about insurance, and that's great. We have to share content about insurance. But unfortunately, the consumer yet is not interested so much about insurance. We have to educate them to make them understand and all this stuff. The secret here is to create content that add value to your prospect's life. If you are targeting parents, make video that the parents will see and say, this is here, I can get value, I can get advice, I can see how I can raise my children. If you want to make like content for all the other people, make content about fitness, about nutrition, if you want to target entrepreneurs, make content together with business consultants or tax strategists or that kind of stuff. And then this is called nurturing your prospects. They will know you, they will trust you more, they will be engaged with you, and then you can expect for them to call you, or if you contact them, they will answer your calls or they will answer your messages because now they know you and they trust you. That's one strategy that's crucial for digital marketing nowadays.
What you did it on the pandemic, in that prospecting, do you done something different with the other members? Do you any engage with the members on digitally or specific members, specific clients you targeted?
Yes, I did target some, but it was not only for the pandemic. It's something that I was nurturing and creating like the last 5 years. So my specialization now is with corporate clients. So that way I can have like big life insurance and disability insurance clients that I target like entrepreneurs, that I'm target executives, high executives, C-suite executives from companies. And I have a special project called BRMA, as you told in my profile, that how you can make a business risk assessment and convince entrepreneurs to make big life insurance or big keyman insurance and that kind of stuff. So this is my audience, and it was very easy. It was easier to find them now that they had to be home. It was easier to attend to a webinar because in the past when they were in the office, it wasn't so easy. The webinars became famous. They didn't do that in the past. So yes, my special market for me, the niche market that I have now, it's entrepreneurs and C-suite executives.
Perfect. So you adapted for that. So do you, my next question is, what kind of clients do you deal for currently on this digital webinars you've been doing it, increasing productivity? Probably in your country, I'm just mentioning, you could have say for Greece or US, any specific products or a specific concept you've been giving to your clients?
My specific concept is not about products. My specific context, for me at least, is how you can make, as we say, this need analysis or fact finding. And as IFAAcademy, that's our vision. We want to evolve that and turn the insurance salesperson to a scientific advisor. It is to make the entrepreneur or the individual to understand that there are some risks out there, and we have to make a risk assessment. Are you still there? Okay, perfect. So the product is the quantify the risk, and then when we define the problem, then we can find what products suits to mitigate the risks. So I'm not aiming to a specific product, but I try to be a holistic, scientific consultant for my client.
Perfect. Your video not freezed. No? Okay, perfect. So, how you generate prospect? What kind of methods do you use specific that you already given the pandemic? So what you did? So we don't again go for that questions. And the main questions again, what I'm just putting it that you've been MDRT for 6 years, and I see you for coming regularly to the annual meetings and interact with the peoples, and we interacted also for that. But my question is that, did MDRT help you in your profession? Can you share about the MDRT platform important the insurance professionals?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You've been exposed like a speakers, and you're bringing to that. So will that help other members? So what's your view on that?
MDRT literally changed my life. I wish I knew about MDRT earlier, because I could be a member like many years ago, but I didn't know anything about MDRT, and my company didn't tell us anything about MDRT, and I'm very sad about that, because I would have more memberships like in MDRT. But as far as I went to my first conference, let me tell you what was the key. Of course, it's very helpful, the speeches. You get ideas, you write the ideas down, and you want to implement it. But I found something that is more interesting. Two things. The one is when you meet people that they are MDRT, and you meet people that they are COT, and you meet people that they are TOT, you can raise your standards, because you say, if they can do it, I can do it. So I can have a role model to look up to. That's very, very important, because Tony Robbins also said that if you raise your standards, then you can achieve anything. And the second is, except from having these speeches, I remember we discussed so many times, like, what are you doing in your professional life? Let's exchange ideas, let's exchange cultures. And all the MDRT are positive people that they give you strength and not take you strength, because in our professional life, we can have some people that they are like to complain, they think everything is difficult, but when you meet MDRT members, all the members are positive. So in the halls and around the seminars, we are discussing so many important things. So all this new culture, all this new mindset, all these new standards can make you great. So that's how I get my strength to become COT, TOT, and MDRT is responsible for that.
Great. And the future of insurance, that's what I say, future digital man like you. So what kind of digital form, artificial intelligence, how you look in this first one? Then the financial profession, what kind of trainings required to adapt this? Now we are going to training for the webinars, Zooms, but really some kind of now you're talking about virtual realities, and you're talking about the studio kind of things to make live presentations and marketing ideas and other things. So there could be some kind of skill-based training, right? So they could have to go for it.
Let me tell you something for the first part of your question about like the future of insurance and the artificial intelligence you mentioned. That's very crucial. And we are doing something with artificial intelligence now, because let me tell you what we are trying to do and what I think artificial intelligence will do in the future. Let's say artificial intelligence can automate many of the tasks the insurance advisor is doing every day, so it will save him a lot of time. So he can invest this time to prospecting, he can invest this time to approaching new clients, to find innovative ways to prospect. We did that. We created the CRM program that automates all the sales follow-up you need to do in our software, and I would love to show that to our friends. And also at the same time, because Peter Drucker said you cannot manage what you cannot measure. So for the first time, we used an artificial intelligence algorithm. So as you are using the CRM, it gives you all the numbers of the activity you did, all the success statistics in every activity, in phone calls, in first appointment, second appointment, closing, and now you know where you need to improve. So we can have simple implementation of artificial intelligence like this. Also, in combination with another science called behavioral economics, what also we can do with artificial intelligence, and this is out there and it's coming, you can use artificial intelligence to gather big data, many information, like you can scan Google, you can scan social media, you can profile people, make them, put them into categories, understand how they are making their buying decisions, and then speak to them in the way that they understand. And this way, you can understand them even more. Maybe sometimes with artificial intelligence, we will be able in the future to know the clients better than they know themselves, from the data that they are sharing in the social media, the Google and all this stuff, and then not to use it in a bad way, but use it in a good way to understand how we need to educate them in order to understand the importance of risk assessment and insurance. That's the thing within artificial intelligence. Now, as far as the second part of your question, that's also very, very important, because I deal with this. When I'm talking about like technology and insurance advisors, many there feel overwhelmed or frustrated. How I'm going to learn all this? I don't know anything about technology. So how I can implement all this? What I'm saying is we need to invest like 5% of our times to invest it in technology, because if we embrace technology, we can have a huge voice, we can have great results. You don't have to do it everything at once. You need experts to teach you. You need to participate like in seminars and webinars, whatever, about technology. Start implementing some things. As I know many advisors like us, before the pandemic, he told me, I don't know how to use Zoom, I don't trust that I can use Zoom, and now they don't want to go back into in-person meetings. I think you see that. Yeah. Many people, they say, I don't want to go again to travel from one place to another, I can do Zooms. So if you ask them before the pandemic, they say, no, Zoom cannot like close clients or whatever. So the secret here for the technology is you need to understand the need, and not only the need, the opportunity that's out there using technology. The second is to start from somewhere, but start, and then you can implement things in order to accelerate the learning curve. You know something, then you go to the next level and to the next level, and you don't have to be frustrated and overwhelmed. So slowly, with the Japanese principle of doing things, the Kaizen, slowly, better, a little bit every day, every week, every month, and you will be surprised. Everybody will be surprised. I am surprised with myself that after a year, you will be like an expert and you can teach things to other people if you invest only 5% of your time. But the most important is to understand the need and the opportunity of using technology.
So even they can outsource, right? Like the social media writing, there's a lot of
sure.
Yeah, social media writings and Insta and LinkedIn. There's a professional way to open the accounts, and I think that's going to be the digital in future, right? So,
but the only advice for me is, because it's like a very weird world with digital agencies and the people that they are selling these services. I think that the best combination is for you to know what strategy to follow and have people to implement it, because they need you to pay. They ask you to pay too much to give you a strategy that we can share, and then they know I need this, this, and this. Not pay so much money for little results, because many times the digital agency, they cannot understand the specific needs of our industry, because we're not selling products, we're selling an idea, we're selling a concept. It's different.
Perfect. Panos, you remember that in Sydney conference, we have seen artificial intelligence, Sophia. You have interacted with that. That's sometimes I get the idea that we face that in-person to meeting, like now medical emergencies in all over the world. So you can't able to take a medical test, or the person has to not be tested for the higher sum assured and for that. So there's any scientifically they have been planning to have like a Sophia kind of things on medical law. What kind of improvement are that? Do you know about anything on that?
There are so many things happening now with artificial intelligence, with robotics. Maybe in the future, many surgeries will be with robots, or they can do it by distance. Where the doctor will be anywhere in the world, whatever, and robotics will make the surgery. They have a great way to make even better diagnosis now with all these new technologies and artificial intelligence. You're not using like now but other techniques like colonoscopy, and you can take a pill, you can put it in your smart, and it has a small camera inside, and they can see your organs inside. So it's so exciting, like what we will have in the future. It's what we saw in the movies like many years ago, and we say, oh, this is scientific fantasy, but it's not. Now it's the reality.
Yes.
So in our also, I forgot to say, in our industry also, you can utilize the artificial intelligence conversation with chatbots. So we can have these chatbots out there. They can gather information for us, and we can have the information for the clients before we meet him, and we can prospect literally as we sleep.
Perfect. And we are discussing some kind of software, Panos, you've been using for the prospecting method thing. So what kind of the softwares you recommend for the insurance professionals to learn? What kind of one we learning about Zoom and webinars, right? What are the softwares they can able to learn it?
You say about softwares about prospecting, you say, mostly?
Prospecting, marketings, and any other like clients, these softwares can be. Some of them are paid software, some of them maybe not paid.
I can tell you some. I can tell you some that we also used all these years, except from Zoom. You can learn to use some webinar softwares better than Zoom. Like we are using one called Webinar Jam. That's great. You can have up to 5,000 people inside. Then it's absolutely necessary to know to handle like a newsletter software like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign. This is also free for a specific number of emails that you send like 1 month. It's very important to learn about Canva. Canva, it's like a software that you can design everything. You can make pictures with codes. In the past, you need a designer to do that. Now it's free. You need to master and to use a software called JotForm or Google Forms, that you can send forms to your clients in a very nice way, and they can answer to you, and they can register in the webinar that you will create, whatever. You might need to just learn a little bit to use like editing software for video. You need to understand how to use YouTube and how you can upload the video to share it with the world. You need to understand how you can make very easily a podcast and how you can upload that in Spotify, in other podcast platforms and that kind of stuff. Also, you can start using like collaboration software and task management like Asana or Todoist in order to organize better your day. There are so many things that you can use in the technology, and if you can combine all that, you can have the result.
Perfect. So must learning is perfect. It's at least they should know how to do the video editing and other softwares to learn it, right? So
exactly. And nowadays it's very, very easy to create like content marketing. Let's say you can use the Canva. We can discuss that in another session, how you can use Canva to make like great posts for social media. You can take only now your phone, and now every phone has 4K video. So you can record a video, you can editing a little bit, put some music, like put an intro and an outro, and upload it to YouTube and share it with the world. It's so easy this time, and it's free. Everything is free.
Perfect.
Internet has democratized marketing. In the past, you should have like special experts to do all that for you, very expensive services, or you needed to go to the TV or the radio. Now it's all free, but you have to know what you're doing. Now, the expertise and knowledge is the asset.
Wonderful. Panos, just bringing to you that I heard about that conference. You are going to have it on month of April, right? So,
yeah.
Can you able to share with our members what is that? Will that be cost, or it is free for the members? They can able to join. What was this? It was so interesting. I was listening, so interesting. So let's give opportunity for our members also to get to know about that.
Sure. As you are doing, we want to do the same thing. We want to give back to the industry. So every year we are doing an annual conference, a 3D one, using also virtual reality in the same time. We want to share all this that you asked me, how you can use technology, what these new technology trends and all this stuff, and in a very innovative format, if I may say. And I can share you how was the previous conference, 2021, and then it's going to be like this and even more impressive this 2022. Let me share the screen and show you a video about that. and then I will tell you all the details about that. Okay, let me just play this video. This is the annual conference 2021. Hello, I am Panos Leledakis, founder and CEO of IFAAcademy, and I welcome you to the very first 3D virtual insurance conference. I will stop it here because it's like a 2-minute video, but you understand like the concept, the 3D concept. This year it's going to be even more impressive. And let me share a little bit of what is the topics of this year's conference. And let me take you not to the video, but to you will take the email and everybody wants to register. It's a free conference for everybody. There is no cost. So the message is rewrite the tomorrow of the insurance industry. So all together we have, again, as you said, we need to use more of technology and to use this power to educate the clients. So we need all together, all the MDRTs to assemble a new world for insurance professionals and, of course, for the society. It's 7th and 8th of April because we will play that in different time zones, one for the APAC, Asia, India, one for Latin America and USA, and one for the rest of the Europe. 30 days to go. And the topics, we have all these speakers like past presidents of MDRT, many presidents of the associations here in the USA, motivational speakers, amazing motivational speakers. And we will discuss about the prospecting in the new digital era, how you can use, again, new ways to prospect, what means that Facebook became Meta, and what is this new Metaverse world and this 3D world, how you can use TikTok, even if it's banned in some countries, you can use Instagram instead, and you can have a huge reach of millennial Zoomers and tech-savvy clients, how you can use prospecting relationship management or customer relationship management in order to automate your everyday task, how you can use virtual reality and you can prospect and collaborate in virtual reality. We will have two amazing motivational speakers, behavioral economics, how we can use this new science, how we can manage our time in this period that we have so many distractions, like from social media, from messages, instants, and all this stuff. And also, that is something that I didn't mention to you, like when you asked me about my niche market, my specific market. I have a way that I'm using, and it's very efficient, how you can collaborate with funds, with venture capitalists or angel investor to convince them that in every company they are willing to invest, they need to insure the entrepreneurs, the key executives, and some other insurances. And that way you can have huge policies on life insurance, disability insurance, and in general insurance also. So this is the conference. I will share with you, if you want, of course, the link to share with our friends, and they can come for free at the 7th and 8th of April, depending where they live.
Perfect. And the contents what you showed about is everybody learning, right? So it is free of cost, and they could able to adopt it and they can learn it, right? Definitely. And we will be sharing with the links to them they get advantages to view this
To
video
register.
about the details about what is the content begin, and they register for it on April 7th, 8th.
And also, sorry, in this link, they can also watch, if they didn't, the previous year's conference, like all the conference. It was like 4 hours again with many speakers, like you see speakers from all around the world, MDRT speakers, so they can watch also this previous for free conference.
Perfect, Panos, and happy that something valuable giving back to the society that you're doing it. Good work. So final question I'm putting, Panos, what was your vision for the year, and what was your advice to the new members and aspirants?
I will try to keep it short, but one advice, and it's something everybody says, but I cannot emphasize more on that. The new advisors, they should be world-class experts on prospecting in all the ways. They can need referrals, recommendations, networking, digital ways. They need to be expert. If you don't solve this challenge, nothing else has so much important. So that's the first thing. Be a world-class prospecting expert. And the second thing, of course, because they are more easy to use technology, embrace technology, but don't forget the classic methods, because technology maybe will need some time to give you the right prospects and whatever. So don't count only technology, and you know that I'm very fan of technology, but you need to master first all the classic ways and use it with technology. So that's my 2 pieces of advice for the new advisors now. And of course, be very, 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 very passionate for the best profession in the world.
What was your vision? What was your goal for the year?
The goal of the year, it's like, again, of course, TOT. That's for sure. And also, that's always the goal now. Once TOT, always TOT, as they say in the MDRT. And I'm very happy that I had the chance to mentor many advisors this year from the mentoring program. It was a great chance, and it was a great interaction. And also, through the IFA that we are creating, we want to try to help the insurance professional and all together to take our profession to the next level. That's the goal for 2022.
Wonderful, Panos. It was been wonderful, like digitally your transmission. And I'm not stopping here because we will do other with the topics with the different programs. So we also launched called Learning from the Experts. So that's, again, I'm connecting with you for some more ideas and sharing about to digitally, so that you can share about and you can able to teach other more iconics and doing it. And I wishes all the best for your conference, and keep sharing good ideas, keep encouraging, try to visit all the countries like before and try to connect with you in Boston or Sydney soon. Keep doing it, keep sharing your good ideas, technology, and you're the person who've been opening more numbers of innovations in our insurance professionalism.
And of course, my friend, before we go, we have to congratulate you for that you are doing, because now, if our people that they see the video, it's Sunday night. You are investing this time to make all this video. It's not easy to distribute them, so you are giving back to the industry so greatly. And I have to congratulate you for you doing this. You are making all these interviews with like great advisors that they can share great advice to the new members, to the old members, whatever. And thank you for doing that for our industry. We're very grateful about that.
Thank you so much, Panos. And there's a purpose behind, and that we are here to give back. That's what I learned. And volunteering is something we have to do it, and we are the person has to bring back and bring a lot of members upstairs. And this is the way we have to do it. So that is what you are doing in digitally. I'm doing in way of doing trainings and interviews. The people are doing it. But the ultimate goal is that we want more members as to success in their life. In which part of
so let's give a digital hand. This is for you and your efforts. And let's leave everybody with a happy note, with some music, and let's take strength in order to take our profession to the next level. Let's do it. MDRT rocks. Thank you, my brother. Be strong.
Thank you so much, friends, and see you all with the next pandemic heroes and upcoming videos. Thank you, Panos, for your valuable time, and you've given a lot of inputs, and always you be the brother. We'll keep connecting in. See you soon in Boston. Thank you.
See you in Boston and Sydney. Bye-bye.
Bye.